Good morning. Hello, everybody. I'd ask you to please start making your way to your seats because we want to get started. So thank you so much. Good morning, everyone, and thank you so much for being here for our Business Affiliate Scholarship Celebration. My name is Karen George, and I'm very passionate about this program, and I know most of the people in the room are passionate as well. And I'm very happy to see all of you in person this year. We were thrilled that we were able to host a socially distant, you'll notice you're very spaced out, live presentation, and we also have many people who are joining us virtually this morning. Later on, in later comments, we're going to acknowledge the effort of our volunteer advisory board who work tirelessly to make this program such a success year in and year out. But before we do that, I'd like to introduce our president of the University of Findlay, Dr. Catherine Fell. President Fell has been leading the university since July of 2010. And she is very fully invested in this university, in our students, and in the Findlay-Hancock County community. So please join me in welcoming Dr. Catherine Fell.
Thank you, Karen, and thank you to all of you who are joining us this morning, either in person or by Zoom. We are so grateful to you for the generosity you show to our university and our students. And today we celebrate those student recipients of your generosity, but we also celebrate you. We could not be the University of Findlay without you. We couldn't be at all without people like you. So we're going to celebrate today 12 students of various programs who will go out into the world to be servant leaders in their professions and in their personal lives. They are receiving, of course, the Business Affiliate Scholarship, and there are 6 of them. They will be participating in their profession of healthcare worker, pharmacists, educators, attorneys, business leaders, scientists, and you helped make it possible. You are invested in their lives, and the results of your generosity will not be evident to you every day. But you can know that gift is being shared with the world. So we have helped, through the Business Affiliates program, Hancock County-based students stay in the area and work here after graduation. And I know that's very important to all of you. The university takes pride in generating more than $154 million in economic impact to our area each year. We have over 3,500 UF alumni already working and living in Hancock County, and I think some of them are in this room today. So you are clearly well educated. Our faculty and staff serve in more than 75 leadership positions on local boards and committees, and we've gotten a number of you to serve, obviously, on our local boards, committees, and donor groups. So thank you for setting that example. And thank you again for supporting the Business Affiliate Scholarship Program. It wouldn't be possible without you, and the donations you make fill a gap that keep our students here, keep them on track to graduate on time, and make it possible for them to concentrate on learning and having experiential, transformative work while they're at the university, rather than needing to work 5 or 6 jobs to pay tuition. So thank you. We try to do our part to help them, and you do your part. So thank you for that. Have a good morning.
Yes, there's a lot of people in this room that do their part to make this program a success and to make our students successful while they're with us at UF and then when they go out and beyond in the world. And so I'm going to start acknowledging some of our special guests. I know that many of you are looking forward to hearing from our students, and we're going to give you a chance to do that. But first, I want to recognize our Board of Trustees members that are with us today and some that are with us virtual live stream. So I'm going to ask our trustees to please stand when I call your name and remain standing until I finish the entire list. So with us virtually and with us today, Angie Briggs, Angela Brown, Lance Finley, Carl Heminger, William Reist, Philip Scott, and last but not least, Billy Watterson. Please stand and give these trustees a huge round of applause. Trustees that are watching virtually, we're applauding you too. We appreciate everything that you do to help us fulfill our mission, and our mission is all about helping students live meaningful lives and productive careers. We have a few members of cabinet and a few of our academic deans this morning. I would ask these people to also stand when I call your name. President Catherine Fell, you've already heard from her this morning. Dr. Marcia Sloan Latta, our Vice President for University Advancement. You're going to hear from her in a little bit later. Mr. Robert Link, our Director of Human Services, or Human Resources rather. And then our academic deans that are with us this morning are Dr. Jeff Fry from the College of Sciences, Dr. Julie McIntosh from the College of Education, and Dr. Ron Tully from the College of Arts, Humanities, and Social Sciences. Please give these people a huge round of applause. We so appreciate everything you do to lead the institution, and you led us through a surreal pandemic, and we came out stronger on the other side. So thank you very much for that. And I mentioned briefly our volunteer, and that's the key word, our volunteer advisory board for the Business Affiliates Scholarship Program. These men and women are very busy. They run companies, they lead businesses, they have full-time lives and families, and yet they volunteer their time to make this program a success. They help raise money by talking to many of you that are in the crowd. They are donors themselves and give money. And they also get a chance to review all of the scholarship applications and rank the students. And they really enjoy the students so much that many of them serve beyond the minimum 3-year term. So I'm going to call the advisory board members' names, and I'm going to ask for them to stand and remain standing. Our chair, Mark Cosiano, Annette Edgington, Michael Epps, Pam Hamlin, Drew Mahalik, Aaron Schwiebert, Jamie Twining, Ben Wilkinson, Matt Wood, and Lori Zidonic. A huge round of applause for everything. Everything that you do. I mean, you make this program successful every single year, and you're going to see the fruits of your efforts with 3 of our students this morning. And then we want to talk about our donors, and that's many of you that are in the room. We, as Dr. Fell said, we celebrate and we appreciate what you do to help our students. Because of your contributions, we were able to award 12 business affiliate scholarships to a diverse group of students. And every donor matters. So at your place settings, you have a program. And I'm going to encourage you to get familiar with that program at this breakfast and then take it with you. Make sure you become familiar with all of our contributors who gave to the program. These are the people that gave from August 1st, 2020 through July 31st, 2021. Make sure when you see them, you thank them, whether it's here at this breakfast or when you're out and about, because they've invested in Hancock County by investing in our students that will hopefully want to stick around after they graduate from the University of Findlay. I cannot name everybody because you'd be mad at me because we'd never have breakfast. But there are a couple of groups that I do want to acknowledge because this program continues to evolve and grow because of 3 key categories. The first category are new or returning donors. We know sometimes there are circumstances and donors need to take a break. You're going to see how exhaustive this list is when I read it. And again, this is a testament to the wonderful work of the advisory board. And if you want to stand when I call your name, please do. Douglas and Becky Asbury, and if you're a representative of any company, please stand as well. Advanced Drainage Systems, AR Marketing, CSI Construction Services, Findlay Family Chiropractic Clinic, Fitzgerald and Mahalik, James and Catherine Fox, Gilmore, Jason and Mahler, Infection Prevention and Treatment Centers, Christina Kisseberth, Northwestern Mutual Financial Network, Solomon Cloud Solutions, Beth and Jared Thomas, George and Shirley Whitson, and last but not least, the Whirlpool Corporation. That's a long list, so huge round of applause to all of them. Growth also comes from our incremental donors. These are donors who give more than what they gave last year. This is also a pretty robust list. And I'll tell you, many of these names are on this list every year because they continue to grow and give more as the program continues to grow. Suzette and Neil Boyd, Austin and Nicole Gurton, Mass Mutual Financial Group, Thomas J. and Lisa R. Wagner, Orion Cancer Center, Deborah and Devin Parker, Martin and Crystal Terry, John and Patricia Whitson. Thank you so much. You guys really help us a lot. Round of applause. When you give more, that helps us be able to give more to our students. And the need doesn't go away. The need just continues to grow. So thank you. Last but not least, our third category are our underwriters. These individuals and companies give at the highest level, and many of them commit to multiple year pledges. And that's important because it helps us build our base. We don't have to start from ground zero every year. So again, please stand if you're here or if you're a representative from these companies or if you're one of these wonderful individuals. ACI Construction Company, GSW Manufacturing, Dwayne and Kathy Jebbett, and the Depker Group, Time Staffing. Everyone, a nice round of applause for our top underwriter category. Thank you so much for leading us with your generosity, and we aspire as contributors to get to your level and give to help these amazing students, 3 of which you're going to hear about today. This morning, we're celebrating 12 student recipients, and for this academic year, what I'm excited to tell you is all of our business affiliates recipients received assistance to cover their remaining financial need for the 2021-2022 academic year. Thank you. We can't do it without you. Students enrolled in any of our 6 colleges are eligible to receive this scholarship. These students do not exist in a vacuum. You already heard about 3 of our deans that are here with us, and they're also advised by a caring and engaging faculty and staff. I want to tell you a little bit of the criteria. They graduated from Hancock County high schools, or they work for Hancock County businesses. They maintain a stable GPA. They work full-time or part-time. Some work 1, 2, maybe 3 or more jobs. They participate in student activities and community service. And last but not least, they rarely sleep. What I'm going to do is ask for each of our student recipients to stand and remain standing when I call their name, and we're going to go in alphabetical order. Eliza Jade Brisbane, Theater, Production Design, and Technology. Eve M. Kramer, Business Administration, Accounting emphasis. Abigail Hatch, Doctor of Pharmacy. Nicholas McCracken, Environment, Health, Safety, and Sustainability. Avery M. Melroy, Early Childhood Education. Taylor Mercedes Jones, Early Childhood Education. Hannah L. Otley, Early Childhood Education. Nate A. Pottiger, Business Administration, Sports Business Strategies. Emma Nicole Smith, English with a pre-law emphasis. Gabrielle Renee Sons, Criminal Justice Crime and Fraud Investigation. Shelby Lucille Steinbrook, Business Administration and Accounting. And last but not least, Lillian Alexis Swales, Environment, Health, Safety, and Sustainability. You are who we are celebrating, students. Everybody give them a huge round of applause. I'm going to ask the students to, oh, sorry, you sat, that's okay. Can you stand one more time? Because I was going to ask any former business affiliate scholarship recipients, if you ever received this scholarship and you're in this room, please stand and join this current roster of students. Don't be shy. William, you're up. I'm happy to see it. Oh, Alyssa, that's awesome. Thank you so much. This program works. Donors, you've invested in Hancock County, and the people that just joined our current students, they live and they work here, and they make Findlay and Hancock County thrive. So thanks so much for being here this morning. Students, you can sit. And you should be very proud of your accomplishments. We sure are. You're an amazing group. It never ceases to amaze me what you accomplish. Last but not least, this breakfast cannot be put together if it weren't for the wonderful team at the University of Findlay. It really was a team effort this year. There were so many people who helped us with our live breakfast and also our virtual programming. So I have to acknowledge all of them. They each played a special role, so I'm going to say their names. And please stand if you're in the room. Brittany Beltz, Amy Depew, Liz Ditto, AJ Dufresne, Cameron Johnston, Tom O'Brien, Ronaldo Ramos, Irene Martin, Heather Sensel, Kelly Warner, and of course, last but not least, our incredible catering staff at Sodexo who have prepared and will serve our breakfast. Thank you so much for making this such a wonderful morning to celebrate. And speaking of breakfast, we're getting there. I'm going to introduce our first student, and he's going to give the invocation. And as I tell you a little bit about Nate, I'll ask him to make his way to the podium. Nate Pottiger graduated from Van Buren, and he's currently a senior enrolled in the College of Business. Nate's going to graduate in December. I can tell you this, he works very hard, and he's going to share a little bit about his story here at UF before giving the invocation. When Nate is finished speaking and giving our prayer, you will be able to enjoy your breakfast. And then the program will continue after we've had a chance to break bread and talk to the students at our tables. Nate?
Good morning. I would like to thank the donors for their generous donations towards the Business Affiliate Scholarships. I would also like to thank my parents, because without them, I would not be here today. My name is Nate Pottiger, and I am a senior that will be graduating this fall with a major in sports business strategies and marketing. Throughout my time at the University of Findlay, I have been active in my community. I have coached youth soccer, volunteered at my church, and held a job. My typical day consists of working at Menards or working alongside my dad, who owns his own lawn care company. After a typical 10-hour shift of work, I am only halfway done. There will be some nights where I am up until 2 in the morning finishing homework because of my heavy work and course load. The scholarships I have received have given me the opportunity to finish school, and without the financial support, I would have to balance a heavier workload, which could have potentially threatened my academic success. I am currently 2 months away from completing my undergraduate degrees, and after graduation, I plan to work alongside my dad and continue to grow the business he started. Thank you again for all your support, and thank you again for my parents for being there every step of the way. Thank you. I know everyone's getting hungry, so let me go ahead and say a quick prayer and we'll get started. Heavenly Father, thank you for giving us the opportunity to meet here today. I ask that you keep everyone healthy as we navigate through these uncertain times. Please watch over and protect us throughout this day. Bless this food. Amen.
One seems to hear words of good cheer from everywhere, filling the air. Oh, how they pound, raising the sound, for hill and dale, telling and tale. Gaily they ring while people sing songs of good cheer. Christmas is here. Merry, 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 merry Christmas. Merry, 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 merry Christmas. One on they send, one without end. Their joyful tone to every home. Hark how the bells, sweet silver bells, all seem to say, throw cares away. Christmas is here, bringing the cheer to young and old, meek and the bold. Ding dong, that is their song. With joyful ring, all caroling. One seems to hear words of good cheer from everywhere, filling the air. Oh, how they love, raising the sound, for hill and dale, telling and tale. Gaily they ring while people sing songs of good cheer. Christmas is here. Merry, 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 merry Christmas. Merry, 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 merry Christmas. On they send, on without end, their joyful tone to every home.
On they send, on without end, their joyful tone to every home.
Ding dong, ding dong.
Plum.
Marcia Latta, Vice President for Advancement, and I too would like to welcome you and thank you I love this program. I think it's a great example, I was sharing with Dwayne Jebbett, of growing our own, investing in rising stars in the community, and as you saw with a number of you who actually now serve on the board or at some point did serve on the board who are former recipients yourself. So it's just a wonderful way. I don't know who years and years ago came up with the idea, but it's a wonderful one. And we have University of Findlay alumni who are business affiliate scholarship recipients all throughout the community, all walks of life. And congrats to all of you and thank you for making it happen. It's my pleasure today to introduce two business affiliate scholarship recipients who will come forward and share their stories. First, you'll hear from Hannah Otley, and Hannah was seated at my table, so we had a chance to chat. She graduated from Liberty Benton High School, and she's currently a senior in our early childhood education program. She's a member of Kappa Delta Phi, the Education Honor Society, as well as Phi Kappa Phi, the nation's oldest honor society. She also works with STRIDE, which is Students Teaching Respect for Individuals with Disabilities Every Day. Sounds like a very good, worthy organization. And she's also active with Revive, which is UF's weekly contemporary worship service. And John Whitson and I really enjoyed talking with Hannah about her part-time job at Archie's. And she shared with us that one of the growing most popular items are chocolate peanut butter milkshakes, Reese's Pieces sundaes, and the favorite non-fattening item are shredded chicken sandwiches. So she mentioned she has learned so much about small businesses from working there for the last 6 years. And so if you have a hankering for a chocolate peanut butter milkshake, stop by and see Hannah. So Hannah, come on up, and immediately following Hannah, you'll hear from Emma Nicole Smith, who is a senior in the English program on the pre-law track. And Emma came to us from Arlington. She'll be earning her undergraduate degree in May, and she will have done this in 3 years before heading off to law school. Emma's a Writing Center tutor, and she serves on the Student Government Association as the Sergeant in Arms, so we will behave. So, ladies, come on up.
Good morning. My name is Hannah Otley, and I am one of the fortunate recipients of the Business Affiliate Scholarship. To start, I'd like to introduce myself to you and tell you a little bit about me. I've lived in Findlay since I was 5 years old. I completed all 13 years of my kindergarten to high school education at Liberty Benton, a local school district located here in Findlay, Ohio. Growing up, my parents were always preaching to me the importance of working hard and giving everything my all, something that has most definitely followed me into my adult life and fueled my competitive spirit. I have 2 siblings, both younger than me, a sister named Emma and a brother named Trevor. Speaking of my sister, she actually attends the University of Findlay with me. She's a sophomore pre-veterinary animal science major here at UF, which makes campus feel even more like home when I'm frequently running into her on campus. That just so happens to be one of the many reasons that I love Findlay so much. It truly feels like home, and not just because my sister's here. When touring Findlay, I absolutely fell in love with the small campus feel and the University of Findlay's charm. Staying in Findlay has been one of the best decisions I think I've ever made. Not only does attending the university offer me smaller class sizes, true, personable relationships with my professors, and other advantages that big schools can't, It also offers me the opportunity to continue building relationships with those in the community. I've been so fortunate to be able to continue to serve at my home church here in Findlay throughout the duration of my college career, which is something that I've been extremely thankful for. By staying close to home, I've been able to continue to help lead worship at my home church each month, as well as lead a group of girls in a Bible study. Leading them has truly been such a special and unique experience for me, as I got them when they were in 6th grade, and I get to keep them until they graduate from high school in 2025. This is something that has been a huge blessing for me and extremely rewarding to watch them grow as individuals. I've also been able to continue working at my first job here in Findlay at Archie's Drive-In, which is located right down Main Street from the university, and I have done that throughout the entire duration of my college career. I'm nearing the end of my 6th year working at Archie's, and I've truly learned so many things beyond ice cream through this job. It's really formed and shaped who I am today, and it's just another piece of evidence proving my parents right that perseverance and hard work truly do pay off. I spent a lot of time at Archie's through the years, so much so that when I get into my car, it automatically reroutes me to go to Archie's and has named the building home. During the spring semester, I typically work upwards of 50 hours a week, and during the summer, it's not uncommon for me to see 60-plus hour work weeks. During the fall semesters, however, it is nearly impossible for me to work as many hours due to the nature of the way the university's education program is set up. I'm in my 3rd year of UF's education program, and I absolutely love it. I didn't originally start out as an education major, but I'm truly so passionate about teaching. Growing up, I had always wanted to be a teacher. I'd play school with my siblings and pretend to be Miss Otley. Now when I step into the classroom and actual students call me that, I always think back to my younger self and how proud she would be of where I am today. Another thing that I love so much about the University of Findlay is that if we've got the program, you can bet we are doing it well, and the University of Findlay's education program is no exception. We are provided numerous opportunities to spend time in the classroom each year, and we complete 6 to 7 weeks in the classroom during each of our placements. Our first placement is only half days. Our second one is full days where we teach for a week straight, and then the third one is student teaching where we take over the classroom completely. Many of my classes also meet in local schools during the semester when I'm not in placement, where we're able to see the concepts that are being taught in our lectures play out in actual classrooms. This semester, I'm completing my junior methods, which is supposedly the most grueling of them all. During junior methods, we're enrolled in 18 credit hours, and for 6 weeks of the semester, we're placed in a local school all day, every day. During this time, we continue to have our classes meet remotely and bear the load of teaching as well as being a full-time student. This makes it very difficult for me to continue to work during the fall, leading to a significantly decreased income for me and much more stress as I am financing school on my own. I cannot tell you how incredibly thankful I am for generous donors such as yourselves. This is not my first year being a recipient of the Business Affiliate Scholarship, and every year that I have received this scholarship, it has helped fill the financial gaps for me. This year, more than ever, it's taken a heavy load off of my shoulders. During my first week of the semester, I received a diagnosis that's changed my life forever, literally. I was diagnosed with Crohn's disease, which is a chronic, uncurable autoimmune disease that affects your entire digestive system and can cause extreme fatigue. Upon receiving this diagnosis, I was advised that I would need to start prioritizing my health, as getting this disease under control is vital when first being diagnosed in order to minimize more serious complications such as surgery occurring from later on in life. Receiving notice of my selection could not have come at a more perfect time for me. The same week that I received my diagnosis was the same week that I was notified to be a recipient of this scholarship. This scholarship has allowed me to take a step back from working as many hours so that I can focus on my health as well as truly devote myself to becoming a better educator. Words cannot express my gratitude, and I could never say it enough, but thank you so much for your contributions. Your generosity and kindness affect myself and all of the students sitting around you more than you could ever know, and without your support, it would not be possible for many of us to attend the University of Findlay. Thank you.
Hello, everyone. My name is Emma Smith, and I want to first start out by saying thank you. I want to thank the donors all in the liberal arts. Due to the opportunities on campus, I have been able to be heavily involved through writing for the Pulse, the student newspaper, serving as student government senator, and this year as sergeant at arms. And I'm also the president of the University of Findlay Law Society. This past year, I also went through training to go and be a writing center tutor. My different positions allow me to interact with so many of my peers on campus, and for that, I am very grateful. I grew up just 20 minutes from Findlay and Arlington, and always said that I wanted to go to a school far away from home. I never had a specific school in mind, but it wasn't going to be the University of Findlay because that was too close. All right, now you get to laugh because that's exactly where I'm at. And I know without a doubt that this is where I belong. I fell in love with the school during my junior and senior years in high school, while I was taking college credit classes through the university. My senior year, I was on campus just like any other student, and I didn't attend Arlington High School at all. Although I wasn't a traditional student at the time, my professors did not treat me any differently. And if anything, they pushed me to do things I wouldn't normally have done. That fall, I was chosen to present at the Symposium for Scholarship and Creativity event on campus that we have. As a senior in high school, I was so impacted by the encouragement to present from my professor. Needless to say, this is the only place that I applied for. I am so happy with the education that I have received here and cannot imagine being at a university that doesn't have the sense of family and community like we do here. This is something that I am looking for as I look at law schools. Because I grew up so close to here, I have been able to continue my community engagement, such as working at Trends on Main, the local boutique, and being involved in the Hancock County Fair. This year, I took the position of sales clerk at the fair, overseeing the Labor Day sale of all the animals. I am also employed at Liberty Benton Elementary in their before-school daycare, so that means I'm up and at 'em at 6 o'clock to be there and be with the students until 9. In addition to my jobs, I am a beekeeper and run my own business selling honey called Honey Bunny. You may have seen my honey in Bread Needs or the baking company. Many of the activities I fill my life with are more than just a paycheck or something to check off the list, but a chance for me to go give back to some way or another. I think this has been one of my favorite parts of growing up, being able to return the enrichment that I have received. After telling people my daily schedule or what I do, I often get the question, how do you do it? This is an easy answer. My parents. Without my parents' constant support, whether that be making sure I have food to pack because they know I'll be too busy to think about meals, or sending me an encouraging text when they know I'm stressed about something, I truly could not do it all without them. At least, not successfully. Another group of people I could not do it all without is you guys. As a student who is paying for a college education herself, this scholarship means more to me than you can imagine. It means that I have one less thing to worry about on my ever-overflowing plate. I can distinctively remember the joy that I felt while sitting in the business building this semester when I got the email saying that I received this scholarship. Just that week, I had been anxiously checking my financial information and seeing if this scholarship had been added. At that point, I had just come to terms with the fact that the check I was going to make to the university was going to be a little bigger than I wanted. But this news was a huge weight off of my shoulders. So from the bottom of my heart, thank you. I hope to leave you with the reminder that we are all human and we all face struggles. Oftentimes, those struggles are behind closed doors. Much like all of you, I have had to face struggles in everyday life. When I was in 6th grade, I was diagnosed with my first chronic illness. If you know anything about chronic illnesses, you know that it's more common for someone to be diagnosed with more than just one. Since my 6th grade year, I've had many tests and doctor's appointments to try and maintain the life that I so dearly hold. On the outside, I look like an overachiever who is always on top of things, but honestly, sometimes I'm tired. Tired of having to put on a strong face, tired of my body not working as well as others, and physically tired. I have had to learn that I am more than just my diagnosis, a lesson that has not always been an easy one to learn. But as someone who has always lived their life in service to others, I know that being strong is often the only option, especially when there are others struggling more than me. I guess that's why I've chosen the career path I did. I want to be able to help the vulnerable and the victims, as many of them go through the worst experiences of their life. After watching my dad do just that for my entire life as a sheriff's deputy, it seems like a no-brainer that I want to take over where the deputies leave off and carry out the true form of justice. My summer internship at the Hancock County Prosecutor's Office really concreted those future plans of becoming a prosecutor myself. This summer, I was given experiences that many undergraduate students are not given, and without the help of the university, I would not be able to have. I am so thankful to say that I spent my summer in court and in the office prepping for court cases. I want to thank you for giving me the opportunity to speak today, and I want to once again extend a thank you to all of the donors here today. I also want to express my gratitude to Karen George and the rest of the people who made today a success. Thank you, guys.
Ladies, you do us proud. Are they amazing or what? We will be keeping a close eye and look very forward to seeing where life's path leads. And I will also say for the other recipients who you got to know at your tables today, we could have had any one of them come up and speak, and you would have been equally as wowed. So I know Emma just mentioned, but I want to say a giant thank you to Karen George and ask that you all would join me in doing so for her great leadership of this program. And so Karen, stand up and take a bow. It takes a year to put everything together to lead up to this moment that takes place for an hour and a half, but it does take a year for that, so we appreciate that very much. At this time, I'd like to introduce Pam Hamlin, and Pam was referenced through Trends on Main, where you work. Most of you in this room, I think, know Pam. We love to say that Pam really got her start as a business affiliate scholarship winner when she came to University of Findlay years ago. Pam serves on the board and has served on the board for several years and recently served as chair for the 2019-20 and 2021 academic years. You know her as a very active member of the community who does all kinds of things, including serving as director of Millstream Career Center just down the street, and also, again, operating Trends on Main. She also serves on lots of local boards, and again, we are so proud to have her as an alumna and for her leadership of this program. So at this time, she's going to come forward and make a few remarks. So please join me in welcoming Pam.
Good morning, everyone. I am blessed to be here this morning. If you haven't followed the local news, it's a little crazy out there this morning, and we just shut down our school. So I apologize I wasn't here for your breakfast, but did step outside to make some phone calls and get things organized for the day. I can tell you, though, I did get to catch the two ladies that just spoke, and obviously Emma works for us, and I do know Hannah, and both of those young ladies, as well as all of the students that are sitting here today, really, really depend on you. I know just from speaking with Emma, she juggles a lot. She has a lot of different jobs and a lot of different responsibilities, and it's with your support that she's able to do that. We know that the financial stress on students can be overbearing, and so I just want to give you a couple talking points or some facts about the Business Affiliate Scholarship. Obviously provides support for all students in Hancock County, and these scholarships are made possible obviously through generous contributions from businesses such as yourself. Since 2001, There have been over 260 student recipients and over 1,000 donors that have supported and raised over $638,000 to support these students. This academic year, obviously, we're celebrating 12 students in a variety of academic programs, and these students come from Hancock County schools and or work for Hancock County businesses. Many choose to remain in Hancock County upon graduation. And as mentioned when we talked this morning here, the university personally has blessed me. When I was an undergrad student here at the University of Findlay, I was a young mother and became a single young mother during my time at the University of Findlay. And so it was I was very appreciative to the support for receiving this scholarship. Obviously, that allowed me to continue to work and go to school at the same time to get my degree. And I am a proud alumni of the University of Findlay. I came back and got my master's degree here as well. So again, I hope that you will join me this morning as I make my contribution to all of the students and any future students that step on the paths of the University of Findlay. So please join me in making a contribution today. Thank you.
Hills are so loud on wood. Well, we're nearing the end of our breakfast, and I got to tell you, I think that it gets better and better every year. There isn't a year that I'm not blown away by the students. Hannah, Emma, Nate, thank you for sharing a bit of your stories and for representing your fellow students who didn't get a chance to speak this year, but don't worry, many are multiple year recipients and they'll come back and follow you well in the future years. Donors, again, thank you so much. You're all listed in this program. I hope you keep it. I hope you remember how much we appreciate your contributions and also all of your support. And remember to thank each other and lift each other up. We have a little tradition that we've started here at the University of Findlay since 2017. I know every single morning, or every single year at this morning of this breakfast, I am touched, I laugh, and I'm inspired. So I always take a moment to fill out the pledge cards, and you all have pledge cards at your place settings at your tables. It's a symbolic gesture. If you are moved, if you want to continue to support the program, or if this is your first time here and you want to join us in supporting the program, please fill out the pledge card and hand it as a symbolic gesture to the student at your table. And they will make sure that they get all of these pledge cards to me. I believe in this program so much, and this is my pledge. So I thank all of you for being here. I'd like to give one more round of applause to all of our students and all of our donors. Thank you so much. Oh, and I forgot to mention, I have a gift for Pam. But don't come up, I'll walk it to you. Before we conclude and before we go away, we're actually a little bit early. So Kelly Warner, my friend and colleague, is going to come up, and she's actually going to start calling all of the groups, and we're going to have you have a chance to take photos with your students. So stick around if you can. We're well before 9 o'clock. Thank you for being here. Make it a great day, and go Oilers! Thanks so much for being here.